I solo traveled for the first time in July, and as I've been back home in my old environment, I find that the process of readjusting has its ups and downs. Returning to an old and familiar environment with newer perspectives definitely takes some getting used to. It's so easy to show up differently when you're in a new place, which is why I think so many people are so drawn to traveling. And for me, I was in a place that promoted inner and spiritual growth, so of course those things came easily. But the real test is once you're in the environment that harbored your old habits and old ways of existing. It's like you're really being given the opportunity to actually apply and put everything into practice. And I've learned you either do the same things and get the same results, or you take that opportunity and open yourself up to change and new possibilities. But the process is definitely not easy at times, and it's something that we should give ourselves grace through. And that's what I'm learning. Recently, I've been going through my space and slowly getting rid of things that I no longer need and that are honestly just unnecessarily taking up space. As I look around me, I really only want to keep things that I truly love and value, and not just have things just to have them. Living out of my suitcase last month in India showed me that I really don't need so much in order to thrive. Letting go always makes space for new energy, and it felt really good to release all of these things that I genuinely didn't need, to get rid of clothes that no longer feel like me, and get rid of items that I either don't use anymore, or no longer resonate with, or just items that I honestly have no feelings towards and are just taking up space. This is something that I want to begin to do every month, checking in with myself and what I truly need as well as what I no longer need. I've noticed that if your space is ever making you feel clouded or it doesn't bring you a sense of ease and peace when you enter it, then that usually means it's time to get rid of some things. And that's how I was feeling. Hello, my beautiful friends. I am clearly back home, as you know. I've been back for a few weeks now, and the first week that I got back, you guys, I was so tired, so exhausted. I don't think I'd ever felt fatigue like that in my life, or at least not in a long time. And then I also ended up getting like mild food poisoning when I came back, so it was just a lot going on. Now I'm finally feeling like myself again. I'm feeling rested, feeling better, and honestly, you guys, I had no idea what I wanted to film this week, but I knew that I wanted to film and create something, so I've just been putting the camera up and filming things. But I thought that I could talk a bit about some of my reflections I've been having as I've been back. There are so many things that I've noticed within myself as I've come back here after being gone for a month, and it sounds funny because a month does not sound like that long, but it felt like I really jumped timelines. Like, it felt long, but then it felt short at the same time. I don't know, my concept of time, you guys, is like so warped right now. Because I had such an action-packed month while I was gone, coming back here where the routine is different, schedule is different, has been confronting at times. And I've noticed this tendency within me to want to look for the next thing, or constantly ask myself, okay, now what? What's next? I did this teacher training, and I did something out of my comfort zone, and there were so many highs within it. Now what's the next high? What's the next thing that we're doing? And it's kind of the nature of the mind to wander off to the next thing. What's the next thing we can fixate on? What's the next project we have to work on? But as I've been more present with these thoughts and trying not to feed into them as much and put so much pressure on myself, I've realized how much that takes me away from the moment and from this current phase of my life that I'm in. And because our world is so outward focused, it's kind of a common thing to just jump on to the next thing over and over again, continuing to search for the next high, continuing to seek fulfillment in things outside of ourselves. And not saying that, you have to completely denounce the world and all that stuff. There's a balance, right? And there are wonderful things that this physical world has to offer us. There are physical goals that we have in our lives, right? So not to completely, get rid of that. But what I've learned is that it's never usually the high or the certain physical thing that I'm chasing and searching for. It's usually always myself that I'm searching for, number one, and the feeling that those things bring me, which is a feeling that can be activated within any moment. Nothing physical has to bring us the feeling of fulfillment or the feeling of happiness or peace or anything like that. I know that's something that most of us know, but it's kind of hard to remember as we interact in this physical world that we're in and in these lives that we're leading. When I have those moments where I do remember that all I'm really seeking is my connection to myself and the fulfillment that comes from within, then it's easier for me to surrender into periods of my life that may be slower, or certain periods of my life that may be more confronting. And I'm able to not feel this huge lack within me and just feel more content with my life as it is right now, this moment as it is right now. And I think from that space of inner fulfillment and not chasing the next thing or immediately looking for the next thing is an empowering space where we can move forward, if that makes sense. Like, we can actually take empowered action rather than taking action from a space of lack or from a space of, oh, okay, like, I just did this wonderful, amazing thing. Now I need to do something else to match that, or else, I'm gonna feel insecure and I'm not gonna feel worthy. That isn't an empowering space to make decisions from, or to make plans from, or set goals from. I really wanted to share that because I feel like it's something that we can forget in our fast-paced lives in this society, It feels so typical to be like, this society, but really, like, this society, you guys, it's a lot. We really can forget to just relax and just be happy, be content with where we are, be appreciative of where we are. And I found it really interesting noticing this within myself. And it's a pattern that I've noticed within my life and over the years, but noticing that immediately when I came back, maybe after the first week, my mind started going on to the next thing. What's next? What are we doing next? Okay, Samaya, you gotta do something, right? Putting unnecessary pressure on myself rather than just sitting with the experience that I just had, where I did, do a yoga teacher training in July and did do something out of my comfort zone, and allowing myself to continue to process that, Sometimes you have to laugh at your mind. You have to laugh at the way that your mind fixates on things and operates, knowing that you are so much more than this mind and so much more than all these thoughts that you're having. That's been a really big reflection for me recently. And I just want you guys out there to know that you're doing great. Appreciate your life as it is, There's no need to constantly chase the next high or chase the next thing that you think is going to bring you true fulfillment. Find fulfillment in yourself, in your journey. Look back at your journey and see how much you've come along as well, and just be grateful and be appreciative, and take any unnecessary pressure off of yourself. There's already so much pressure on us in life. You could take a little off. This is also something that I definitely need to hear as well and continue to practice in my life. And from that, Don't you just love cats? And from that space of empowerment and just genuine appreciation for what is, I feel like we can receive more clarity on our lives and maybe the next step we're meant to take or whatever, or goals and things like that. So that's really what I wanted to share with you guys today, and that's what's coming through right now. I am sending you guys so much love, and I hope that you're all doing well, and just know you're doing great, and be kind to yourself. Treat yourself well. I appreciate you for being here and for watching this video and supporting my channel. Really appreciate it. And with that, I am signing off for today, and I will see you guys in a video soon.